Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back for writing. I hope you had a good 2 weeks off from my videos, but I hope you learned a lot from Miss Berry because we're going to take all of the information and all the planning that you did the past 2 weeks with Miss Berry, and we're going to actually write our all about animal story starting this week. So we're going to work on it all week long, and at the end on Friday we're going to be able to create a slideshow just like our how-to writing, but this one's going to be all about the animal that you chose. So I'm going to walk you through each day. We're going to focus on a different part of our story, and then on Friday we'll put it all together. So let's get started. I'll share my screen with you. Okay, so today is Monday, June 8th, 2020. And we're going to be doing writing an introduction for our all about animal writing. So I'm going to be doing elephant, just like Miss Berry. I'm going to stick to the same animal she did. So you have two other choices that you can choose from. Miss Berry gave you all the information that you needed, and you get to choose one of those two animals. So I'm going to show you everything with the elephant. So remember, you're not picking the elephant. You have to pick either the zebra or the lion, whatever one you started planning with. So you don't want to switch now. If you started your graphic organizer with the lion, you want to make sure that you are writing your story on the lion, because you don't want to do all that work for nothing. You did all the work this past week with Miss Berry in order to turn it into a writing slideshow or a writing presentation, just like our how-to story. So you don't want to pick a different animal. You want to pick the same animal that you started with from last week. So let's go over our learning target. I can write an introduction for an all about animal writing piece. So I'm going to do my introduction on elephant, and I'm going to show you a little bit more on elephants.
In response to COVID-19, Subaru and our retailers are donating.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to stop it right there so we can get back. So I learned so much about elephants in that video. I didn't know that the largest elephant weighed the same as 8 cars. Could you imagine trying to pick up 8 cars at one time? That's a lot. Okay, so today we're going to write our introduction. I'm going to show you with my elephant, and then you're going to do it with the zebra or the lion after this. So what should we include in our introduction when we're writing it all about writing? It's a little bit similar to our how-to writing. So we want to make sure in the introduction we are hooking our reader. We want to introduce the topic, so I want to let the reader know what I'm writing about, and I want to tell the reader what they should expect. So what are they going to read in my all about writing? What are they going to learn about? What should they expect for reading this story? So now I'm going to show you how to write a good introduction for our elephant. Remember, you're not doing the elephant. You picked either lion or zebra. So I'm going to show you on my Google document. So this is what mine looks like. It's pretty blank, and we're going to keep it this way because on Friday we're going to put all of these parts together. So you don't need any information for today. You can pull up your graphic organizer and all the planning you did last week with Miss Berry to help you with an introduction, or you can just make an introduction up from what you already know, because you already did all the research. It should kind of still be fresh in your brain. So you should know a lot about your animal. So I'm going to go back to this slide so I can show you. I want to hook my reader, so I want to pull them in. I want to introduce the topic, so I want to tell them what they're going to be reading about, and I want to tell the reader what they should expect by reading. So maybe what are some things that they're going to learn by reading this story. So your introduction can be a little bit different than mine. I'm just going to show you what I want to write about the elephant. So we are going to get started. So I want to start with something to hook my reader. Remember, we came up with a lot of good things. Usually asking a question is a good start to hooking your reader. So I might start with, do you know a lot about an elephant? I'm asking them a question. I'm asking if they know a lot about an elephant. Now, I want to tell them to read my story to learn about what an elephant looks like. See, if you spell something wrong, boys and girls, you always can go back and fix it. That's the beautiful part of working on a computer. They'll spell check for you. So read my story to learn about what an elephant looks like, their life cycle, their adaptation, and a cool fact. So I'm just including some of these topics that you went over with Miss Berry. Remember, you read the elephant story, the lion story, and the zebra story, and you underlined all these different things, and you even did your graphic organizer for each slide. So this is giving my reader a little bit of detail what they're going to expect when they read my story or when they look at my presentation. So I want to go back and reread, make sure I have 3 sentences. So this is going to be important. Your introduction should have 3 sentences. So, do you know a lot about an elephant? Read my story to learn about what an elephant looks like, their life cycle, their adaptations, and a cool fact. So I only have 2 sentences. So I want to end with something. I can't wait to teach you what I know about elephants. I want an exclamation mark. So this looks super small. I can make it bigger right now if I want to, or I could leave it and fix it at the very end when I put my pieces together. All up to you. I'm probably going to do it now, just so it saves me a little bit of time when I get to put all my pieces together. And I would advise you to do the same, just because today's lesson's so short, we're only writing this introduction. So each day I would go and like kind of format your slides. We're not going to add any backgrounds or anything. It's going to stay just like this. So I want to reread it again since I think I'm done. I want to make sure every single day, because I'm not going to go back and revise anything after today. So I want to make sure that I'm doing everything in this one day. So I want to make sure I have my introduction and I want to go back and proofread it and revise it and edit it if I need to, all on the same day, because I'm not going to look at this introduction again until I put everything together as a slideshow on Friday. So, introduction. Do you know a lot about an elephant? Read my story to learn about what an elephant looks like, their life cycle, their adaptations, and a cool fact. I can't wait to teach you what I know about elephants. So let's go back to did I hook the reader? Yep, right here. Usually I start off with a question because that's hooking the reader right away. Introduce the topic and tell them what they should expect. So this is basically all in the second sentence. I introduced my topic. I told them they were going to be reading about an elephant, and I gave them a little bit of information on what they should expect. They should expect to read about what the elephant looks like, their life cycle, their adaptations, and a fact. So those are some things that they should expect to be reading in my story. And then I just ended with a nice ending because I can't wait to teach them about elephants, what I know. So, boys and girls, now it's going to be your turn to go onto Google Classroom and you're going to complete your writing introduction for your animal. So when you go to Google Classroom, you go to Writing 6-8 Monday. So yours will look just like what I did. It's a blank introduction slide. So you're just going to go click right in here and you're going to write your introduction for your animal. Remember, you have to write about the same animal you picked last week. So if you started with lion next week, please make sure you're sticking with the lion. Do not change your animal. If you pick the zebra, make sure you're sticking with the zebra because you're going to need your graphic organizer pages that you did last week. You're going to need them in the next 2 days. So make sure you pick the same animal that you did your graphic organizer slide with last week with Miss Berry. So you're just gonna write your introduction for your animal, either your zebra or your lion, and then you're gonna send it to me and I will look at it and I'll give you some feedback. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna actually start writing some of those cool things that I listed in my introduction, like the life cycle, the adaptations, what the elephant looks like. We're gonna start writing that tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to see your work. Bye.